Hello, everyone. I hope you are enjoying our webinar so far. This is Wilson from Overseas Sales Division, and following our webinar program for 2021 private fair, we are here today to introduce you one of our best-selling CNC small machine, the ShopPro. ShopPro is made in KR in the United States, and one of our machines we are introducing here in the private fair this year. And this is getting tons of good comments from our customers. Today's webinar will be presented by Mr. Kaoru Yodono. So without any further delay, Mr. Yodono, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yodono from KOIKE Overseas Sales Group. Before I start the webinar, please cooperate to turn off your microphone and camera to avoid any connection trouble. Now, I would like to begin the webinar with this presentation titled ShopPro CNC Plasma Cutting Machine. This is an overview picture of ShopPro machine. This ShopPro is designed and manufactured by our related company, KOIKE Aronson Inc., USA. Now they sell more than 150 units of a ShopPro series every year in USA market. Today, we introduce this ShopPro to you, and we would like to promote in Asian market too. The ShopPro features are as follows. 1. All-in-one CNC plasma cutting machine. 2. Low-cost investment for high productivity. 3. Gantry beam and saddles with a dual-side rack and pinion drive. 4. Simple operating by touch panel PC. 5. Easy control software over integrated CAD, CAM, and auto programming. 6. Best match to Hypersun PowerMax series air plasma system. 7. Fully welded plus leg square support water table. ShopPro consists of gantry beam with stepper motors, water table with racks, plasma torch head decoupler type, and CNC. ShopPro has 3 models. The smallest model is 4 by 4 feet. It means 1.2 by 1.2 meter square type. The second one is a 4 by 8 feet, 1.2 by 2.4 meter type. The biggest model is 5 by 10 feet, 1.5 by 3 meter type. This model's effective width becomes 3 meter as a picture. It's ShopPro's cutting table with a water and curved slot design. The curved slot design can extend the lifetime of a slot itself. The green colored water in the picture is added with anti-corrosion chemical. Each model consists of machine, dry box, CNC, software, high control, laser pointer, and water table. So we can say this ShopPro as all-in-one CNC cutting machine. Another features of cutting table are as follows. Chassis is fabricated with a 5 mm thick steel. The water pan is removable. It's convenient for cleanup. 2-inch plate can be loadable because it's fully welded and legs, square supports structure. The adjusting level pads are also installed for simple installation. ShopPro cutting table has a fork track pockets. It allows for easy placement and relocation. So it means the cutting table for ShopPro is quite heavy-duty design. The gantry beam has Y1 axis and Y2 two-axis drive saddles. X-axis drive carriage, Z-axis torch lifter with a 100mm stroke. Cable bearer for plasma system. Main beam is made by solid steel column. The ShopPro gantry design advantages are as follows. It can be installed against factory wall. This saving floor space design is quite attractive to our Japanese visitors to KOIKE Private Fair 2021. The longitudinal slot design can allow the cutting plate to slide along the top surface of the slab. And the cutting plate can be easily loaded from the top of table by hand or fork track. Model 4x8 and 5x10 allows for wider cutting widths. Optional tools, auxiliary gas torch, and the pneumatic scribe are protected when loading plate. As gantry features, X-axis cross carriage consists of stepper motor, low backlash gearbox, helical rack and pinion, and linear bearing. Y-axis drive saddles is fabricated steel wide saddle to fit powerful stepping motor. NEMA 34 stepper motors is used for not only Y-axis, but also X and Z axis. It means same stepper motors and gearbox are used for all axes. For safety, emergency stop buttons are located on each saddle. Z-axis torch lifter has laser pointer. It's convenient for plate alignment and setting the torch starting point. The torch up-down stroke is 100mm. The magnetic decoupler torch holder. It can prevent torch damage if torch hit the plate. Now we would like to explain you about CNC control of ShopPro. CNC touch panel screen's standard location is left-hand side from the front view. FlashCut stepper drive box location is also left side under the table. Roll-around CNC cabinet is optional. It's better to prepare a stand or a small tool cabinet for putting wireless keyboard and mouse. This FlashCut Pro version software is also made in USA and integrated in ShopPro. So the customer no need to be buy the automatic programming software additionally. The actual operation is very simple by touch panel PC. This FlashCut can do 2D, CAD, CAM, cut operation, and DX file import export. Select image import. This unique function, select image import, will be explained to you later. Automatic shapes nesting function is also available. Due to FlashCut controller with touch panel PC, all steps in one motion controlled by touch panel or wireless mouse. After 3 steps, you can start cutting quickly. Step 1 is CAD. You can draw your favorite profiles on this PC screen. As several standard pattern shapes like square, circle, and flanges shape are available. You just call your favorite shape and input dimensions. DX files by FigDef or AutoCAD can be imported to FlashCut easily. Step 2 is CAM. After deciding shape, you just push on arrow keys to CAM process. And then cutting sequence like piercing point and cutting cutout length is automatically decided. Also, automatic nesting function is available. With this CAM process, you can make sure the model of plasma power source and plate thickness information. In this FlashCut, the cutting condition data for all models of a Hypersun PowerMax series air plasma is installed. Of course, you can change the memorized cutting speed to your favorite speed by manually. Step 3 is CNC. After applying CAM process on this display, it means one push tick sign on display, you can go to next process, CNC. The FlashCut generates NC program automatically. After setting of torch location and program origin point, you can start cutting quickly by one push of play key on screen. This is a model lineup of Hypersun PowerMax series, which is suitable for ShopPro. ShopPro can be set and working with model 45, 65, 85, 105, and 125. As you are aware, the cutting performance and thickness depend on using model of PowerMax. This is cutting result pictures of 9mm thickness mild steel by ShopPro with a PowerMax 105. Condition is 85 ampere shielded, and cutting speed is 2090 millimeter per minute. Cutting surface is very fine. This is cutting result pictures of 9mm thickness mild steel by PNC-12 with a PowerMax 85. Condition is 85 ampere shielded, and cutting speed is 2000 millimeter per minute. Almost same condition as the ShopPro last pictures. The cutting surface has a little bit drag line, and slug is adhered to the plate bottom. This is comparison between ShopPro and PNC-12 or 11. Regarding to body structure, ShopPro is gantry beam, but PNC series is cantilever arm. This is the most different designing point in between two machines. ShopPro is set with cutting table. The other hand, cutting table for PNC series need to be prepared by customers. ShopPro cutting table is watertight, so fume collector is not required. For plasma cutting by PNC series, we recommend the user to prepare a fume collector. Traveling speed of ShopPro is much higher than PNC series. As I just explained, ShopPro is a set with a FlashCut controller, including automatic programming software. Actual CNC operation is by 21-inch touch panel PC or wireless mouse. PNC series can be operated by KOIKE D421 controller with PNC CAM software. PNC operation is by keypad with a 7-inch color display. This is all process of a silhouette cutting. This is unique function in FlashCut. From left side top of picture, we got the data of a popular painting, girl with a pearl earring, from internet, and save the file in PC. The data choosing in import silhouette at CAD. The paint data is converted with the black lines. It's number 2 picture. And then select the cutting area and decide the dimension. The CAD data at number 3 is transferred to CAD process as a number 4. In this CAM process, these piercing point, cutting out positions, lengths are decided. And then going to CNC function, number 5. The NC program is automatically generated. You can see NC program below the PC screen. Once you're making sure machine movement by dry run and set the touch position, you can start cutting operation by one push play key on screen like number 6 picture. Finally, we can get the cutting plate of a girl with a pearl earring. In KOIKE Private Fair 2021, we do cutting demonstration and show the cutting sample to the visitor. I think this round plate with the butterflies and the flowers are quite beautiful and maybe suitable for house gate, for example. In USA market, the hobbyists of a cutting artwork are using our ShopPro. We think that as ShopPro is an all-in-one CNC plasma cutting machine and is also compact size. Some schools specializing in art or technical engineering can be our ShopPro users. And also small startup companies and steel fabricator become our potential customers of ShopPro. This is comparison between KOIKE ShopPro and LinkCut. We think there are so many brands of small size CNC gantry plasma machine with a cutting table in the world. Once we watch these both pictures, we can say our ShopPro is much heavier duty structure than LinkCut. Table structure, loadable plate thickness, gantry design, using motors and mechanical parts in ShopPro are better specifications than LinkCut. When you face price competition with other brand machine, please explain our advantages and better technical points to the customers. Oxyfuel gas torch is optional item. Auxiliary gas cutting process parameters are preloaded in CNC controller. This is summary features of a ShopPro. We reconfirm you the major points. 1. ShopPro has 3 models with a solid water table. 2. Best match for Hypersun PowerMax series. If customer prefer more heavier duty air plasma like Max Pro 200, we can introduce ShopPro XHD. ShopPro user can save their factory space. ShopPro use stepper motors with dual side rack and pinion drive, so it can achieve 25.4 meter per minute rapid speed. And easy operation CAD, CAM, CAD, FlashCut software, including nesting function. This is ShopPro XHD overview. Basic design is the same as ShopPro. ShopPro XHD can mount Max Pro 200 air plasma. ShopPro XHD also consists of gantry beam, table, torch head, and CNC. We introduced ShopPro XHD as a one model 5 by 10 feet. It means 1.5 by 3 meter type. XHD is also set with a water table. As an optional table, you can choose downdraft type. Gantry structure design is almost same as a ShopPro. But Z-axis torch stroke is 150 meter height control. And with a wider cable bearer for maximum 200 amp plasma system. Gantry and table design of XHD is also almost same as ShopPro. Longitudinal curved slot design, it's for easy plate loading. XHD cutting table also has a fork track pockets. It allows for easy placement and relocation. It can be installed against factory wall by saving floor space design. Same gantry design as ShopPro. XHD also has wider cutting wheels. Z-axis lifter for XHD is 150 millimeter height stroke with servo motor. Magnetic torch breakaway is equipped. The torch clamp is suitable for Max Pro 200 plasma system. CNC controller is, of course, FlashCut. Roll around CNC drive box is standard item. Servo drive box is inside cabinet, and wireless keyboard and mouse can be used on the cabinet table. This is office and factory overview pictures of KOIKE Alonso Inc. USA. They are real manufacturer of a ShopPro series cutting machine. In KOIKE Private Fair 2021, we are exhibiting ShopPro model 4 by 4 feet. During this fair, we can get valuable evaluation from the Japanese visitors. they say, very suitable for cutting surplus or scrap materials. Possible to cut particular profile with a quick delivery and by ourselves. Water table design is attractive design. Water table is attractive design because fume collector is not required. And ShopPro can be located at narrow space of a factory and be portable. We think these points are advantage of ShopPro. Some customers ask about the maximum cutting thickness and the possibility to use with the other manufacturer's air plasma system. Maximum cutting thickness is depending on performance of a high-percent PowerMax model. All cutting conditions of each model for PowerMax are memorized in FlashCut controller. We inform it. Other air plasma system like Panasonic and OTC Daihen cannot be used for ShopPro. Finally, we would like to inform you. In order to offer the most suitable CNC machine to our customer, please provide us the following specification. 1. What is a cutting material? Mild steel only or stainless steel, aluminum also? 2. How much is the maximum cutting thickness? 3. Effective cutting width and length information. Number of torch, and customer need to be cut eye groove only or bevel cutting also? Please ask the requirement of a fume collector. Marking function. Marking function also only line or character. We KOIKE have many kinds of CNC oxyfuel gas, plasma, laser cutting machines. Today, we just introduce you ShopPro machine. We would like to provide the best solution to our customers for achieving customer satisfaction together with you. This is the end of ShopPro presentation. Thank you for your attention.